The entertainment world is in complete shock as a shocking new accusation has surfaced, shaking the very foundation of love and hip-hop. Fans were still processing the brutal attack on Kirk Frost, an incident that left him hospitalized and sparked countless speculations. But no one was prepared for what came next. Allegations that this wasn't just a random act of violence, but a carefully orchestrated plan. And the most jaw-dropping part, a well-known love and hip-hop star is being accused of being the mastermind behind it all. Rumors are running wild, social media is in an absolute frenzy, and insiders are dropping cryptic hints about who might be responsible. But here's where things take an even darker turn. Sources close to the situation claim that the attack was personal and had everything to do with Kirk's past drama with this mystery cast member. Was this an act of revenge, a warning, or something even more sinister? The truth is unraveling, and it's even messier than you think. Buckle up, because we're about to break down all the shocking revelations, secret betrayals, and behind-the-scenes chaos surrounding this scandal. Who is behind Kirk Frost's attack, and how deep does this conspiracy go? Stay tuned as we reveal the latest bombshell developments in this unfolding drama. The love and hip-hop world has always been full of messy relationships, betrayals, and shocking drama. But this time, things have taken a dark and unexpected turn. Kirk Frost, a longtime fixture on the show, found himself at the center of a vicious attack that has left fans stunned. What initially seemed like a random incident outside a luxury hotel has now spiraled into one of the most shocking scandals in reality TV history. At first, it was reported that Kirk had been jumped by an angry fan, but as more details started to emerge, it became clear that there was something deeper at play. This wasn't just some reckless attack. It was planned. And even more shocking, sources claimed that a major love and hip-hop star might be behind it. When the news first broke, speculation ran wild. Fans immediately began to question who would have a motive to go after Kirk. Was it someone with a long-standing grudge, a rival cast member, or someone with a hidden vendetta? The internet was buzzing with theories, and then, out of nowhere, one name started circulating: Mendeecees Harris. The accusations came as a complete shock. Mendeecees, known for his controversial past and high-profile marriage to Yandy Smith, had never been known to have serious beef with Kirk. In fact, they had always seemed cordial on and off the show. But as people started connecting the dots, the theory that Mendeecees might have played a role in this attack began to take hold. Then came the first major piece of evidence. A leaked CCTV clip from the hotel where Kirk was attacked surfaced online, sending social media into a frenzy. At first, the footage didn't seem all that revealing. It showed Kirk walking through the lobby, minding his business, completely unaware of what was about to happen. But then, just seconds before the attack, a shadowy figure appeared in the background. The quality of the footage was grainy, but fans wasted no time dissecting every frame. They zoomed in, analyzed the body structure, and compared the figure's clothing to recent social media posts. And that's when the real madness began. People started pointing out eerie similarities between the unidentified figure in the footage and Mendeecees. The build, the way he walked, and even a distinctive chain that could be seen glinting in the low-quality footage, it all started to add up. Fans quickly matched the outfit to one that Mendeecees had worn in an Instagram post just days before the attack. The resemblance was almost too much to ignore. But even with the suspicious footage, there was still no direct proof that Mendeecees had anything to do with it. That was until a series of leaked text messages surfaced online. The messages, which were allegedly exchanged between Mendeecees and an unknown contact, were chilling. One particular message, supposedly sent just 24 hours before the attack, read, "Make sure it happens. I don't want any loose ends." The internet exploded. If the messages were real, it meant that Mendeecees had directly orchestrated the attack on Kirk. But were they legitimate? Some fans argued that they could have been fabricated, but others believed they were the smoking gun that proved everything. As the rumor spiraled out of control, an anonymous source claiming to be a love and hip-hop producer stepped forward with even more shocking allegations. According to the insider, there had been tension brewing between Kirk and Mendeecees behind the scenes for months, but it was all kept off camera. Apparently, Kirk had recently been negotiating a lucrative new deal with love and hip-hop producers, one that would give him more control over his narrative and a bigger paycheck. Mendeecees, on the other hand, was reportedly feeling sidelined and overlooked. The producer claimed that Mendeecees felt like he was being pushed out of the spotlight in favor of Kirk, and the situation had caused major tension between the two men. While no one had expected things to escalate to violence, the producer admitted that the animosity between them had been building for quite some time. Just when fans thought the story couldn't get any crazier, another bombshell dropped, a leaked voice recording that allegedly featured Mendeecees himself talking about Kirk's attack. The recording, which was anonymously sent to a popular gossip blog, was only a few seconds long, but the words spoken in it sent shockwaves across social media. The voice, which sounded eerily similar to Mendeecees, could be heard saying, "I don't care what happens to him. Just make sure it's done." Fans lost their minds. If the recording was real, it meant that Mendeecees had practically confessed. But was it actually him? Or was this part of some elaborate setup to frame him? The uncertainty only fueled more speculation, and the internet was divided. Some fans were convinced that Mendeecees was guilty, while others believed that someone was going out of their way to take him down. As the accusations continued to spread like wildfire, Mendeecees did something that raised even more eyebrows. He went completely silent. No social media posts, no interviews, no attempts to clear his name. Nothing. For someone who was always active online and vocal about rumors, his sudden disappearance made people even more suspicious. Fans started reading into the silence, questioning whether he was hiding because he was guilty or if he was just waiting for the right moment to address the situation. The longer he stayed quiet, the more people believed he had something to hide. Then, late last night, new reports started circulating that law enforcement was looking into Mendeecees' possible involvement in Kirk's attack. Some sources claimed that police had already started questioning people close to him. Others suggested that Mendeecees had gone into hiding, trying to avoid the heat. Fans were torn. Some still believed he was innocent, that this was all just a wild rumor blown out of proportion. But others were convinced that the evidence was stacking up against him. The drama wasn't just playing out online. Love and hip-hop producers were reportedly scrambling behind the scenes, trying to figure out how to handle the controversy. Would they cut Mendeecees from the show? Would they address the scandal on camera? Or would they try to sweep it under the rug? No one knew for sure, but one thing was clear: this was quickly turning into one of the biggest reality TV scandals of the year. And just when fans thought they had heard it all, another shocking revelation surfaced that changed everything. Just when fans thought they had heard it all, another shocking revelation surfaced that changed everything. A former associate of Mendeecees, someone who had allegedly been close to him for years, came forward with a claim that shook social media to its core. This person, who chose to remain anonymous for their own safety, claimed that Mendeecees had been talking about getting back at Kirk for months. According to this insider, the beef between Mendeecees and Kirk wasn't just about love and hip-hop contracts or TV drama. It was much deeper than that. It was personal. The anonymous source claimed that Mendeecees believed Kirk had betrayed him in a way that went beyond reality TV. While the details were vague, speculation started swirling that Kirk had done something behind Mendeecees' back that left him feeling humiliated and disrespected. Some fans theorized it had to do with money. Maybe Kirk had interfered in a business deal that Mendeecees was coming on. Others believed it was about Yandy. Whispers started spreading that Kirk had said something about Yandy in private, something that Mendeecees found out about and never forgave. The rumors were endless, but one thing was clear: this wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment attack. If Mendeecees really was behind it, then it had been planned for a long time. And then, another bombshell dropped. A new angle of the CCTV footage surfaced, this time from a different camera in the hotel. The quality was still grainy, but it showed something that the first clip didn't. The shadowy figure, who many believed to be Mendeecees, wasn't alone. There was another person standing just a few feet away, wearing a hoodie and keeping their face hidden. Fans immediately started analyzing the footage, trying to figure out who this second person was. Some believed it was one of Mendeecees' close friends, someone who had been spotted with him multiple times in recent months. Others speculated that it was just a random person caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. But the biggest theory? That this second person was actually a hired attacker, someone Mendeecees had allegedly paid to do his dirty work. At this point, Mendeecees' silence was working against him. Fans wanted answers, and they weren't getting any. But just when the internet was about to explode with even more conspiracy theories, Yandy Smith finally broke her silence. She took to Instagram Live, visibly frustrated and emotional, addressing the rumors head-on. "This is crazy," she said, shaking her head. "People love to twist stories and make up lies. Mendeecees had nothing to do with this. Y'all need to stop believing everything you see online." But instead of shutting down the speculation, Yandy's response only made things worse. Her energy seemed off. Fans noticed that she wasn't as defensive as they expected her to be. Some even pointed out that her voice was shaking slightly, as if she was nervous or holding something back. And then, someone in the comments asked her a direct question: "Then why is he hiding?" Yandy paused for just a second, barely noticeable, but enough for fans to latch onto. "He's not hiding," she finally said. "He just doesn't want to feed into this nonsense." That 1-second pause was all it took. The internet ran wild with theories. Was Yandy protecting him? Was she lying to cover for him? Or did she know something but wasn't ready to say it yet? The mystery only deepened. Then, in an unexpected turn, Kirk Frost's wife, Rashida, entered the conversation. She posted a cryptic Instagram story with just a few words: "Some people will do anything to stay relevant. SMA." She didn't mention names, but fans immediately assumed she was talking about Mendeecees. The comment sections exploded. People started tagging Mendeecees and Yandy, demanding answers. Rashida, known for usually staying out of drama, had just added even more fuel to the fire. At the same time, new reports emerged that Kirk was recovering in the hospital, but refusing to speak to anyone outside of his immediate family. Even producers from Love and Hip Hop were reportedly struggling to get in touch with him. Some sources claimed that Kirk was waiting for legal advice before making any statements. Others speculated that he was staying quiet because he knew who was behind the attack, but wasn't ready to name names yet. Whatever the reason, his silence only made things more suspicious. And then, just when things couldn't get any crazier, another twist hit social media. An anonymous tipster contacted a major gossip site, claiming they had undeniable proof that Mendeecees was involved in the attack. The site promised to release the evidence within 24 hours, sending fans into a frenzy. What could this proof be? Was it a video? A voice recording? A text message that would confirm everything? The anticipation was intense. Fans stayed glued to their screens, waiting for the big reveal. Some believed it would finally expose Mendeecees and prove that he had orchestrated the attack. Others thought it might clear his name once and for all, but no one was ready for what actually dropped. Instead of direct proof, the gossip site released an interview with a man claiming to be an ex-friend of Mendeecees. This man, whose face was blurred out for privacy, made some serious allegations. According to him, Mendeecees had been acting shady for weeks before the attack. He claimed that Mendeecees had been making phone calls late at night, meeting with people in secret, and moving differently than usual. While he didn't have solid evidence, he insisted that Mendeecees had made a comment just days before the attack that stuck with him. "People gotta learn not to mess with me. I'd handle things my way." Fans weren't sure what to think. On one hand, this was just one person's word against Mendeecees. On the other hand, if this person was telling the truth, then it meant Mendeecees had been plotting something for a while. The interview sent shockwaves through social media. Supporters of Mendeecees rushed to defend him, calling the interview a desperate attempt to frame him. But others weren't so sure. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Love and Hip Hop producers were reportedly in full crisis mode. Rumors started spreading that they were considering firing Mendeecees from the show if things got any worse. They were worried that the scandal would damage the franchise and were scrambling to figure out how to handle it. At the same time, more questions started surfacing. If Mendeecees really did plan the attack, why? Was it just about jealousy and TV contracts, or was there a deeper reason? And if he didn't, then who was trying to set him up? Was it possible that someone was using this entire situation to take him down? The internet was divided. Some fans still believed Mendeecees was innocent and that this was all just a big misunderstanding. Others were convinced he was guilty and that it was only a matter of time before the truth came out. But one thing was certain, this scandal was far from over. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, yet another shocking piece of evidence surfaced. One that would change everything. The internet was on fire. Fans were glued to their screens, and the tension in the air was almost unbearable. Everyone was waiting for the next big revelation, and it came sooner than expected. A well-known celebrity gossip blog dropped an exclusive report that claimed to have the most damning piece of evidence yet, a leaked audio recording. The source, who remained anonymous, insisted that this recording would prove once and for all that Mendeecees was directly involved in the attack on Kirk Frost. The audio was posted late at night, and within minutes, it spread like wildfire across social media. Fans scrambled to listen, dissecting every second, every word, every breath. The recording wasn't crystal clear, but it was enough to send shockwaves through the entertainment world. Two male voices could be heard talking in hushed tones, discussing something that sounded eerily like a planned confrontation. "You sure this is the right move?" One voice asked, sounding uncertain. "It's gotta be done," the other replied. "Ain't no more talking." He crossed the line. Though the voices were distorted, many fans were convinced that the second voice belonged to Mendeecees. The way he spoke, the slight pauses, the familiar tone, it all seemed to match. But there was a problem. Nowhere in the recording was Kirk's name mentioned directly. There was no clear statement saying, "I'm going after Kirk Frost." It was all vague, open to interpretation. Some believed it was enough to prove guilt, while others argued it could mean anything. Yandy, who had been trying to keep things under control, was now facing more pressure than ever. She took to social media once again, this time sounding even more emotional than before. "This is getting ridiculous," she said. "People are really out here making up fake recordings just to drag Mendeecees' name through the mud. I don't know what y'all think this is, but we're not about to play into these games." But the damage had already been done. The recording had millions of views, and the court of public opinion had already decided Mendeecees was guilty. Even those who initially defended him were starting to have doubts. The fact that he still hadn't made a public statement himself was making things even worse. Why wasn't he denying it? Why wasn't he fighting back? The silence was deafening. Meanwhile, Kirk Frost had finally been released from the hospital, but instead of going home to rest, he made a surprising move. He went straight to a private meeting with Love and hip-hop producers. Sources close to the situation claimed that Kirk was furious, not just about the attack, but about how the entire situation had been handled. He allegedly felt like the show wasn't doing enough to protect him and that they were letting the drama spiral out of control just for ratings. Rumors started circulating that Kirk was considering quitting the show entirely. After everything he had been through, he reportedly didn't want to be part of a franchise that allowed such dangerous situations to unfold. But Love and hip-hop producers weren't ready to let him go that easily. According to insiders, they offered Kirk a massive deal to stay, an exclusive storyline focused on his recovery, a chance to tell his side of the story, and even a promise to take serious action against whoever was responsible for the attack. And then, the unthinkable happened. An unexpected witness came forward, someone no one saw coming, an employee from the hotel where the attack took place. This individual who worked security claimed to have seen something that night that could turn the entire case upside down. And what they revealed changed everything. According to this witness, Mendeecees was at the hotel that night, but not in the way people thought. The security guard claimed that Mendeecees had actually arrived after the attack had already happened. He was seen in the lobby, looking stressed, pacing back and forth and making multiple phone calls. The guard didn't hear what was said, but he remembered Mendeecees' body language. It was tense, almost like he was in panic mode. This revelation sent shockwaves through social media. If Mendeecees really was at the hotel after the attack, did that mean he wasn't responsible? Or was he there to clean up the mess? Fans were torn. Some believed this new information proved he was innocent, that he had only gone there because he had heard what happened and wanted to find out more. Others thought this was just another layer to a carefully planned cover-up. And just when things couldn't get more chaotic, another unexpected twist dropped. Mendeecees was officially being investigated by the police. Tea&Tension broke the story first, reporting that authorities were looking into Mendeecees as a person of interest in connection to the attack. They weren't calling him a suspect just yet, but the fact that his name was even involved in an official investigation sent the internet into overdrive. Could this really be happening? Was Mendeecees about to face legal trouble again? Fans of love and hip-hop were divided like never before. Some stood by him, insisting that this was just another example of the media trying to take down a successful black man. Others, however, believed that where there was smoke, there was fire. They pointed out that Mendeecees had a history with the law, and that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't a coincidence. Meanwhile, Yandy was fighting her own battles. She was getting attacked from all sides, by the media, by fans, even by some of her so-called friends in the industry. Some people were calling for her to leave Mendeecees, claiming that she was risking her reputation and career by standing by him. But Yandy wasn't budging. She doubled down, posting a long message on Instagram that read, "Loyalty isn't just a word. It's a lifestyle. Through thick and thin, through lies and truth, I stand by my husband. Y'all can speculate all you want, but at the end of the day, only God knows the real story. And trust me, the truth will come out." But would it? That was the real question. And then, as if things weren't already messy enough, Kirk Frost himself finally broke his silence. He posted a cryptic message on Instagram, simply saying, "I know exactly who did this, and they know I know." The internet went crazy. Who was he talking about? Was it Mendeecees? Someone else entirely? Or was he just playing mind games? The speculation reached an all-time high, and fans were on the edge of their seats, waiting for what would come next. Because at this point, it wasn't just about the attack anymore. It was about loyalty, betrayal, and the dangerous truth lurking beneath the surface. And the next revelation, that would be the one to shake everything to its core. Kirk Frost's cryptic Instagram post sent shockwaves through social media. "I know exactly who did this, and they know I know." The internet exploded with speculation. Fans were convinced that Kirk was directly pointing the finger at Mendeecees, but others weren't so sure. Could it have been someone else? Was Kirk setting up a bigger reveal, or was he just playing mind games to keep the suspense going? Whatever the case, one thing was clear: Mendeecees was now at the center of one of the biggest scandals in love and hip-hop history. The pressure was mounting, and fans were waiting for a response. But before Mendeecees could even issue a statement, another bombshell dropped. An anonymous source leaked text messages that allegedly tied him to the attack. Screenshots began circulating online, showing a conversation between two unknown individuals. The messages were vague, but hinted at something sinister. "Everything's set. Just make sure it looks random. You sure he'll be there? Trust me, he always is." Fans immediately began dissecting the texts. There were no names, no timestamps, nothing directly linking Mendeecees to the messages. But that didn't stop people from assuming the worst. The rumor mill went into overdrive, with everyone trying to figure out who leaked the texts and whether they were even real. Then, just when it seemed like the situation couldn't get any more chaotic, another twist surfaced. Rashida finally spoke out. For days, Kirk's wife had remained silent, refusing to engage with the drama. But as the accusations continued to pile up, she could no longer hold back. She took to Instagram Live, looking visibly exhausted, and addressed the situation head-on. "Y'all need to stop playing with my husband's name," she began, her voice filled with frustration. "This man has been through enough. He almost lost his life, and instead of people supporting him, they're out here spreading lies and conspiracy theories. Y'all are really something else." Fans were hanging on to her every word. They expected her to confirm whether or not she believed Mendeecees was responsible, but Rashida refused to name names. "All I'm gonna say is this: real ones know the truth, and the truth always comes out." Her words only fueled the fire. If she wasn't outright defending Mendeecees, did that mean she believed the rumors? Or was she just trying to stay neutral? The uncertainty only made people more desperate for answers. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was finally forced to break his silence. After days of avoiding the media storm, he'd appeared in an exclusive interview, looking tense and visibly frustrated. And for the first time, he addressed the allegations directly. "Look, man, I'm not about to sit here and defend myself against something I had nothing to do with," he said, shaking his head. "It's crazy how quick people are to turn on you when you've done nothing wrong." The interviewer pressed him, asking him straight up, "Did you have anything to do with Kirk Frost's attack?" Mendeecees didn't hesitate. "Absolutely not," he said firmly. "I had no reason to do that. I don't move like that. And honestly, I'm disgusted that people even think I would." But the interviewer didn't let up. "Then why do people believe it? Why are there recordings, text messages, all these so-called leaks that seem to point in your direction?" Mendeecees sighed deeply, rubbing his temples before responding. "Man, look, when you're in this industry, people will do anything to take you down. They don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you happy. And when they can't beat you fair and square, they make up lies, they manipulate, they twist the truth. That's exactly what's happening right now." The interview sparked even more debate. Some fans believed him completely, saying that he was being set up. Others weren't convinced. His words sounded too rehearsed, too calculated, and there was one major thing missing. He never explained why he was at the hotel that night. That question still haunted fans. And then, the biggest shock yet. The police officially named a suspect in the attack, and it wasn't Mendeecees. Out of nowhere, reports surfaced that law enforcement had arrested someone completely different. A man with no known ties to love and hip-hop, but who allegedly had a history of working as muscle for certain people in the industry. The moment the news broke, social media went wild. People who had been blaming Mendeecees suddenly didn't know what to think. Had he really been innocent this whole time? Was he just a convenient scapegoat? Or was this new suspect just a middleman, with the real mastermind still hiding in the shadows? And just when it seemed like the case was finally being solved, Kirk Frost threw another curveball. Late at night, he posted another cryptic message. "I see y'all trying to change the narrative. But trust me, I ain't done yet." The message sent fans into a frenzy. What did Kirk mean? Was he still convinced that Mendeecees was involved? Or was he hinting at an even bigger secret? The drama was far from over. If anything, it was only just beginning. And as fans continued to speculate, dissect every clue, and argue over who to believe, one thing was clear: this scandal had forever changed love and hip-hop history. This story just keeps getting crazier, and we know y'all have opinions. Do you think Mendeecees was really innocent? Or is there still something shady going on behind the scenes? And what about Kirk? Who do you think he was calling out in those cryptic posts? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we're reading everything. And y'all already know, we'll be keeping a close eye on this situation. If there are any new updates, we'll be the first to break them down for you. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest tea. This drama is far from over, and trust us, you don't want to miss what happens next.